What is going on, everybody? Let's turn down this little opening beats, man. And let's welcome my guest today. We got G-Force in the house. How's it going, buddy?
Hello, it's going well. Thank you for having me.
Any big plans for your weekend?
I just got back from Target, had a Lego run.
Did you pick up a Lego?
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no way. Cool. What's that, about 80, 90 bucks US?
Or 130.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be like 200 bucks in Canada then.
Yeah.
I think as of Friday, our Canadian dollar was like a 2-year all-time low, 73 cents or something. The American dollar is at like a 2-year high kind of thing. So with whatever, however it works, raising interest rates, lowering rates, shit like that, American dollar is the par, right? So one day our Canadian loonie will overpower the Benjamin Franklin. One day.
You gotta love the loon.
It has happened in my lifetime once. It was at par, and then a couple of cents more. So we're all waiting for that day that it's par again. Let the shopping begin. It's kind of strange, man. We're so close to each other, and yet our economics are so similar, but we just use a different dollar
apart. Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to love going to Canada as a kid. I'd stay with my aunt and cousins for the summers.
Oh, yeah? Is that right?
All my allowance money I'd bring up and change into Canadian. I felt rich. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, actually, you're getting extra money. Yeah, that's for sure cool.
Right.
So where in Canada did you visit?
She's Ontario area, Scarborough, that type of area.
And did you guys drive up or
yeah, we would always drive. It'd be like 8 hours because we lived in New York. So it was only like an 8-hour drive.
Excuse me. Yeah, I've done lots of driving down New York State, Rochester, Niagara Falls, Buffalo kind of area, living in Ontario. We were pretty close to the border there. And now I'm living in Vancouver. We're also close to the border here too, so lots of running down to Bellingham, which is the closest kind of American, city, 5-20 minutes across the border. So you can hit up the Targets.
So that's not bad.
And the Walmart's down there. I used to do it all the time in my 20s and 30s, go down there. But now, unless there's an event, like I'm going to a Seahawks game or
you're right.
A lot of people go to concerts, and now we got the Kraken down there. So we get a rivalry for our Vancouver Canucks hockey team. So there hasn't been a lot of sports teams between, Vancouver and Seattle that competed. So previously we did have the Vancouver Grizzlies and the Seattle Supersonics would play, and we got all the other teams visiting, but we had a little bit of a close American team to have a rivalry with, but it didn't last that long, unfortunately. Now they're in Memphis. Now they're Memphis Grizzlies.
I remember when NBA went up to Canada and had the Raptors and the Grizzlies. And
it took a while. I remember because I was working in one of my first jobs as a young adult, as a graphic designer in a big licensed T-shirt company. So we did all the T-shirts for like the Canucks and all the sports leagues basically. So not just the Canadian teams, because we'd also sell, Raiders or Chicago Bears or New York Rangers merchandise in our stadiums and in our sports stores too. So I did a lot of that stuff. And I remember when my boss, the T-shirt company, signed an NBA licensing deal because it was a new deal when the Grizzlies and the Raptors both came into the league. 2 new Canadian teams. So they, at the time, this is, mid 90s, right? They faxed us the logo. So fax is a black and white system back in the day, right? Like dot matrix printer, whatever. So we had the logos and we had to kind of recreate them and make some t-shirt designs for, the big launch and unveiling and stuff. And we worked on it for a good year in advance, because at one time the team was going to be called the Mounties, and there was logos and we'd made up merchandise and sample jerseys were made and the whole bang. But for whatever, I don't think it was political, but for whatever reasons, it ended up going, the Grizzlies and Raptors direction. The Raptors had another name originally, and they were kind of Canadian generated logos and names, but I think they ended up using a big firm in the States that basically does all the NBA graphics, because they're all similar in that regards. But it was really fun. Got to meet a couple of the first NBA players that the Grizzlies drafted. They came to our business and signed some autographs. And I'll always remember the one guy. His name was Benoit Benjamin. Oh yeah. And he basically, I think he was 7'3" or even taller. And I've never seen a larger human being in my life. Right. And my boss was he was probably at the tallest. He was 5 foot. He was a very short but stocky Asian man. And he has his pictures with this guy, and his arm is like around his belt. This guy's belt, and in the picture, like if you had to step back 20 feet so you can fit them both in the picture, it's pretty funny to see.
That's wild.
So welcome to Rolando, joining us here in Gap.
Rolando
After Dark. Blue Harvest Toys. How you doing there, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
How about them Dolphins? Oh, sorry, it's too soon. So we had I guess it's not an officially holiday, but yesterday was a day of honoring and remembrance for Indigenous children in school and some past trauma issues and stuff that Canada most recently has had to start to deal with that stuff. So I'm not saying the proper words for it, but yeah, we kind of had that day yesterday. So I'm assuming it'll be a new holiday in the near future for us.
New holiday coming.
In a way, I know they kind of celebrate it and they have events in the school systems and probably within churches and other organizations that it's a big orange shirt thing. And there's another day in the year, it's like an anti-bullying day where it's like pink shirt day. So all the news stations and radio stations and community businesses get involved with these pink shirts and any funds raised from it go towards the cause in any way it can.
Oh, cool.
Mr. Lobot, sir. So you are normally not an opener, as we like to call them. You're an inboxer, one of those inboxer guys, right?
Yeah. As you can see.
You might have said to me that I might have been able to twist your arm a little bit to open something. Were you going to open
I have a selection of 5 figures that I'll open right up.
So I see you do open some toys. So you're not a complete inboxer like some of those crazy people that we hear about on the interwebs.
No.
Crazy people.
Mostly it's just boxed toys. Certain ones I have more trouble than others opening, but like...
Well, you like the 375 scale and
Black Series and Joe's there. So I do open. It's just carded stuff I have a hard time opening. Can't open the cards.
Is your first preference the 6-inch or like vintage collection scale 375?
No, vintage collection 375 is the main focus.
Now, why is that? Did you have, the smaller figures growing up as a kid? Like Star Wars, He-Man, what was your jam?
Yep, Star Wars, G.I. Joe were my main 2 lines as a kid. I had other stuff scattered in and out, like Clash of the Titans or Battlestar Galactica, stuff like that. But mostly was just 3 3/4 Kenner type stuff, G.I. Joe came around in the early 80s, and I was like, wow, their arms and knees move. Holy crap. So,
do you have any of your childhood toys still?
Nope. When I went to college, my parents had a yard sale.
Yeah, that happens. You hear that story more and more, sadly.
They left me with my Star Wars stuff, and then I cashed all that in to buy the stuff in the mid-90s, the Power of the Force 2 when it came out, because I wanted everything on card.
And I think we all did that. I think so many of us, like I know I did, however much money it was. It could have been, $7,000 to $10,000 back then in the late 90s when they re-released, Power of the Force, Buff Luke, all those ones, and then episode 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I bought every single figure and toy that came out, and multiples of the stormtroopers and whatnot. And I didn't buy 2 of everything and keep a carded set. So more or less everything I opened, unless it was a special edition of Boba Fett or Darth Vader or something. Some stuff I did keep carded, but it's all gone. Like every last piece of any of that modern stuff I bought, Power of the Force, all the way to Saga until the vintage collection. I got rid of it all, and then vintage collection and stuff came out, and I started to get into it and really liked the original trilogy characters. That was more my jam. But I'm kind of out of that now. I have a small vintage collection, like maybe 30 figures. They're all still carded, even though I am an opener. Those are still carded because that's why I bought those. Because like Luke Jedi on a Jedi card back with the Kenner logo at the bottom. That's why I bought it, not because of how articulated it is, just because of what it was. Same with the retros now. Like I really love the retros. I really, really, really dig these, and I'm glad we're still getting them, even if it's 6 at a time every year.
Yeah, I can't get into the retros. Because I'm an on-card guy, and they are, and they look good. I like them, but the card drives me crazy. That fake weathered edging on it, it makes me insane.
That's not my favorite part about it, but I'm not gonna hold that against the whole line because of that. Right. Someone who is a graphic designer, a graphic artist like myself, either was told to or came up with that idea, and they went for it. And so I have a little bit of, it wasn't me, but I mean there's someone else out there, he or she did that, and it went over. It's either went over well or it didn't go over well. But yeah, for the most part, I think a lot of people don't love that distressed look, but I kind of dig it. Like, believe it or not, when I considered distressing the print, right? Like, so I'm not gonna lie. Welcome, Joey.
It does make sense for them to do that, to visibly separate it from the real vintage.
Yes, and it's for sure probably the main reason why they did it, as well as the not super to remove sticker that a lot of people kind of complain about too. But the vintage card backs that have the stickers on them are some of the more sought after variants, if you want to call it, to collectors now. So don't take those stickers off; they'll be worth an extra $1 one day. Welcome
Only one Kenobi hunts for him.
Lack Sigvrak himself.
Hey, Lack.
I think he's actually in a bunker currently. I'm just teasing.
He's a wild man, Lack.
So before we go much further, I already did open up yesterday. I was bad, and I opened up my new Riva.
Oh.
I dig her. I dig the use of the matte and the shiny armor to give you kind of 2 different colors and textures, even though it's all kind of the same color. So that was pretty cool.
She's a real good looking figure.
So I have her and the 5th brother or the 2nd brother, the guy with the hat. And I guess I'm still waiting on the actual Inquisitor guy. And I'm assuming I pre-ordered the other chick too, the 13th sister or whatever her name is. I don't know.
85th.
Alien dreadlocks going on. Yeah, G
Yeah, I
has
haven't
to
seen
shave.
her
G
yet.
has to shave his hair a little more to look this good though. We got Mr. Bob himself, Mr. Lego Stud Extreme. Yeah, so
What's up, boss man?
crack open the Zuckus figure that I've not opened in several years.
Ooh, very nice, very
Now,
nice.
when this first came out, I believe it hit Canada first, and it hit hard. And everyone in the states was like, "Oh, I need it! I need it! I want it! I need it!" There's kind of no more Toys R Us at the time, I believe. So I did order many for many people. Probably the most figure I've ever ordered. I'm going to say maybe 30, 40 of them I ended up ordering and shipping and sending to people in the States for like $1.50 profit. It was kind of a waste, but whatever. It helped me grow my page as a fan, as a collector, and made a lot of American people happy.
Yeah, it's a good way to make friends.
Yeah, they're probably all my enemies now, but I make new friends.
So I have a few I can sacrifice to the gods.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of most wanting that trooper.
Yeah, I was wicked surprised when he came through.
Were you lucky enough to get any of those Rogue One figures or that were on sale? Or clearance, what it was?
The Galen Urso was only $11.50.
I think that's still too much.
The Antok Merrick was $7.50.
Oh wow, that's even better.
The Client was $12, and that Batman was $5.99, I believe.
The Batman was $5.99. The McFarlane.
Yep. The Dark Detective. Yep.
All from any of those from GameStop, because GameStop tends to have $5 deals here. They don't. I don't know if they do that there though.
Where was he from? No, only the Client was from GameStop.
So Target?
Yeah, the others were all Target.
Man, how does it hold this damn gun?
Let's see if we can't get a better look.
I realize how how short this guy is. Did you order more than one of those by chance?
Nah, not of the 6-inch. I ordered 2 of the TVC ones.
I'm pretty sure I only pre-ordered the 6-inch one because it was $49 or $50 here. Little pricey, man.
Yes, sir. I've had to reevaluate my spending on toys.
How are you doing, Dark Lycan? Actually, I got this going here. I believe that you're a G.I. Joe guy as well, right?
Yep.
And so they're up on the YouTube. So I can pull that up as a third screen, I think, so we can, in case we miss some breaking G.I. Joe news that doesn't really concern me, but I'm not going to lie. I do have a couple of G.I. Joe figures, being the guy that came with Eagly. I know
Spirit?
that's not his name. Yeah, Spirit Iron Knife. Excuse me, Spirit Iron Knife, and I pre-ordered the Crocmaster. It hasn't come yet, and the other G.I. Joe I got is for the Storm Shadow, and actually he's pretty cool too, man. Not gonna lie.
I just picked those 2 up. I haven't seen Crocmaster yet, though.
I just want the alligator. I think, and the alligator's name is Fiona, I believe.
Yep.
All these different options. So this is my first offering here. Now, if I compare him to Reva, Yeah, he's definitely shorter.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Didn't really realize that in the package. I like him. I'm glad I finally opened up almost all of my bounty hunters. Do you have any of those 6-inch stands?
Like the flight stands?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few. They're all being occupied in displays, though. Yeah, pretty cool, this dude.
Now, how much taller is he than a 6-inch figure? I've watched several videos, but I haven't really clued into. It didn't seem like it was a lot taller. Welcome, Dark Lycan. Good day.
No,
Sonny.
I don't.
Good day, Sonny.
I don't think he is much taller than a normal one. I mean, just in package
I like the
here.
joints, like the hinge, the clear hinges kind of thing.
Yeah, the pins in there.
Yeah, much like the K2SO, which I really like as a figure. I know some people have problems standing him, but I had no problem posing him. I like him a lot.
I haven't taken K2SO out yet. He's up there still. It comes with a couple fists.
Oh, okay. And a blaster and some effects for his feet, right?
And then, yep, some little blasts for his rockets.
Will they also fit on his rifle?
From what I've seen, the pegs. Well, he doesn't have a port in the end of the rifle either.
Okay, just.
But these just have a ball at the end of them, where like the blast.
You can pose them a little bit, right?
Yep, they will swivel a little bit. But like the blasts from Boba Fett, I think had a stem and a ball on them, if I remember seeing that correctly. So there is the Dark Trooper.
Yeah, he's pretty badass. It's one that I don't think I'd be happy with just one. I really think I need two.
See if I can grab a flight stand easy.
You know, like I was a huge fan of all those Power of the Force buff figures and everything since then. It just now 20 years later, I'm like, I can't believe I spent all that money on that stuff, and I could have bought, a new car. Okay, why isn't this letting me? All right, I'm a little bit behind here. So I think they've already announced this G.I. Joe guy, number 14 in your programs at home.
Bazooka.
I don't know his name. It's not Roadblock.
Bazooka.
Bazooka? Is that just a repaint? Because haven't I already released him? Today, Paul.
I think he's a new figure. I don't think they've put him out before.
I do like these ones that kind of have like a t-shirt. Because it's great for customizing. Like his muscles are a little small, but he could make a good custom left coast figure.
Yeah.
I might have to buff up his arms a little bit. It's about perfect for a Dino the Machino action figure, though.
Yeah, he's a little smaller.
Yeah, I had fun doing the streams with Dino too. Dino was showing off his Raiders All Lost Ark toys the other night, and yeah, man, fuck, his collection is so fun to see.
Yeah, he's got so much stuff hidden in that room,
and it's all like, oh, give me 3 seconds, and you want to see a Street Shark? You want to see a Well of Souls playset that's never been opened before? Little Lobot, sir, and much like Chris, 1,000 Ghosts. Oh, you want to see Captain Kirk's autograph? Oh,
yeah,
that's my third binder on my left here, and it's just, I love it, man.
Just reaches into the portal and get him in a little bit of light. He doesn't look up that great, but
So that's supporting him off the ground right now, or off the table.
Yeah, he's only like an inch, but
Now, what's that stand from?
that is a Hasbro Pulse stand.
It is a Hasbro one. Okay.
Yep.
So
So
if it
they
didn't actually work, there'd be problems.
yes. But they come, I think, 3 for $15 when they have them in stock. So it's kind of.
I think they just
Pretty
revealed
good
the official Scuba Pete action figure.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah, the diver there. All right, so we will stick with Mando.
I'm seeing everyone's renders of the selfie series figures because they launched that app yesterday in America, right? Did you play with it? Take some pictures?
I didn't. I don't even want to know. And
do you have to?
And then I saw everybody's render, and they're horrendous.
Well, your render would probably actually be pretty good. Like you have like a little bit buzz cut, and I think a buzz cut is a hair option, and you got a little bit of a shadow beard, and a shadow beard is like the only kind of option available. So if you're just painting a little bit of hair and a little bit of beard on, unless you have some fancy fancy nose that they can't reproduce, I think they're all the same. I think it's just the printing that's really the big difference. And I saw too, like there's only like 4 or 5 or 6 different hairstyles to choose from.
Right.
There's and bald being one of them, but no beards, just painted beards.
Yeah, I don't think my likeness would be the hardest to duplicate, but.
Salacious is watching from the tub. That's nice. I'll keep that picture in my head.
Don't forget to wash behind your jiggly bits.
Well, and behind his ears, he's got big ears, right? Good day, Michael. All right, I'll catch up in some chat here. I missed anything really important? Nobody does go lower than Lobot, and not yet. Hello, TJ, a work in progress. Welcome. We're having a good day. All right. So while this is up here, let me show you. Oh, did that work? No, it didn't work. Bring that back in a moment. So right on the bottom of this, the actual screen here, you see now available for pre-order. I have 2 new Enamel Pins available to pre-order as of right now in my big cartel store. We will call them Toothface and Bluetooth Face. That's their names. And they will go into production as soon as today. And it should have them in 4 to 6 weeks because that's how long it takes to manufacture and ship. And I appreciate all your orders. This is my income. I don't go to work every day and have a steady fixed income. So the more pins I sell, the more merch I sell, the more Mr. Noodles and bread I can buy and cat food and stuff. So I do appreciate those that have already ordered, and thank you very much. You are all appreciated. So is that
have
Beskar inside it? Like it looks like
a
stack.
It's got a couple stacks.
I like that. I love accessories. They're my favorite.
But yeah, that was the main reason I got this guy, was for the Camtona.
So far, he's the. Now, is there a Mando figure that came with one as well? Or is that
might be
one?
There might be one of the newer Mando releases might have one. I don't remember.
I think it's more like the Ken doll thing. It's just a bump. I don't think you get a little a jiggly bit. But those toys do exist, Mark. I recommend that you Google it. Google it, Mark.
Google.
Okay, and then still talking to Joe's, but let's kind of keep it on the screen here so we don't lose our, what we got, 1,750 people watching? I am kidding. I have no idea. I can't. Okay, it says 22. Please hit that like button so maybe 3 more people join the stream because it bumps the algorithm. I think that's how it works. No, but you're not here for me. You're here for G-Force Racing 20.
Come on now.
For those that don't know, G-Force's links to his social media accounts, including YouTube and Instagram and the Twitter, are in the description below, as well as the link to my store. It's also pinned as a top comment here. So please give G-Force a follow. He does take some cool pictures and some good action figure reviews, and his store hunts are epic 8-hour uploads. So that means
that they are.
For the effort he puts in uploading these things, it's worth a watch and a like and a comment, everybody.
I'm 12 away, I think, from 600.
I am about the exact same, G-Force. I'm not going to lie. I've had a decent month with the additional subscriptions, and it's due to a couple of shorts. So I now officially have 603 subscribers.
Oh, very nice. Congrats.
And I had my 400 subscriber giveaway 4 weeks ago. So yeah, I've got just over 200 new subs in a month. And it's because I had I tried to copy Vern's shorts idea, and I made a whole bunch of shorts for a couple weeks. And then a couple did well, then a couple did 0, then a couple did well, and then I did a Hulk one, and it's at 39,000 views.
Great.
That's my most viewed YouTube video. It probably adds up to like 3 minutes and 33 seconds of watch time, but it's the first hit that like button.
No, that's big. I'll have to start doing shorts then, because
I'm just saying, give it a shot. Like, because say, it's all on your phone, so it's not like you have to upload it to your computer or unless that's where you do any kind of video editing. But the shorts idea, much like a TikTok, like if you upload a couple of little 3 or 4 second clips, you can just kind of edit those 3 together just for a little more appealing video, or you can do 10 1 second clips. That's kind of what I was doing, and having fun just doing editing on the phone. You pick a catchy tune that, because the music's not really an issue when it comes to the shorts or the reels,
right,
or the TikToks, because you're not really worried about being demonetized or getting your file deleted. It happens, but it seems that the music sharing on there is kind of growing. They all have their own agreements with different music licensing and stuff in it. Some of them have it, and then some of them don't have it. It's kind of weird. So I
do pretty well with the reels on Instagram. Like, and that's mainly where
Instagram for growing, because people that aren't your subscribers, followers, whatnot, they can see those, much like the YouTube shorts. Like, you don't have to be a subscriber. If you type your hashtag YouTube or shorts, it gets put into their shorts feed at some point in the day. And it's interesting. All the platforms are promoting it, not just YouTube. Instagram is pushing the reels. TikTok's sending emails every day like, you got 3 new followers, you should go say hello to them. Like, so they're all trying to get you to be on their platform at all hours of the day, right?
Yeah, right.
So I don't think these are new. They're showing a Cobra Commander and a female Hiss Trooper. Maybe these are part of the Hiss tank.
These are part of the Hiss tank. Yep.
Oh, that's the Mickey Mouse Cobra.
Yep.
It looks hand painted. I'm surprised they're not in production with these yet. Yeah, I think Joey's saying he probably got half his subs from the shorts and half from long form. But Joey, you mastered both the techniques, so hats off to you for
sure.
Your long form technique is, it's very well done and it's appealing to watch. So congrats on that. That's what's getting to minutes, and YouTube likes the longer form, like not the 3 hours or the 2 hours or 1 hour, but the 15-minuters, 10-minuters, whatnot. And but to compete with the other ones, they need the shorts. So they're letting the shorts roll out right now. And Joey's able to combine both, and he's doing it on Instagram as well. And I think Joey gets the same amount of stuff out of Twitter as me. Twitter to me is not my strongest platform, and I kind of dislike it. Welcome, Mr. Dave's Dimension.
I don't know how to use Twitter good.
Another bounty hunter. It says Forlom on it, but his name's not Forlom.
I'm so confused with that now. I don't know what it used to be and what the correct one is now.
Bug Eyes and the other one.
Yeah.
So his tank, is it going to ship before Christmas, or is this not a 20?
I don't think it's 2023, I think.
Have they still not shipped Galacticus?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Oh, so there's a blue and green barbecue. I didn't know that existed.
I didn't know that either.
I don't know about these repaints sometimes. Like, if that's an existing character in G.I. Joe, whatever, universe, then okay. But if it's just instead of carbonized or credit collection, like, how come there's no credit collection G.I. Joes? And is this what they're doing?
No, because, like,
axe.
G.I. Joe got really futuristic for a little while there.
Yes,
and they were using all those
neon colors.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on here? Not really a big fan of Antok Merrick's helmet.
I guess
it's not going on very easily.
He's gonna look really pretty next to Copperhead too. But looking absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Is that volume working? Because can you guys confirm you can hear that?
Will be one of our figures we'll be launching for pre-order today.
Thanks to Mark for
5
posting some links
Eastern
in the chat
time
there.
for Pulse Premium members, 6 p.m. for non-premium
All
members
right,
on
so we got
HasbroPulse.com. I'm going to say that a bunch of times, and then I assume that if I am wrong, the magic voice in my ear will yell at me at some point. Perfect. All right, let's bring out our next friend. She says, clicking her notes to figure out exactly who is.
So that new bounty hunter droid, one Jack.
Looking
my Walmart has
fabulous.
Oh, he's such a
all of them.
He's such a nice.
Like it got a box. It got a box of 6, and then another box of 6.
It's like we're really starting to get into.
I think they even gained another one. I think there's 13 of them there. Yeah, they're like $46. So
we really haven't seen before.
Wow,
which is also exciting.
It's absolutely ridiculous. The asking price for some of these exclusive toys, because the regular Black Series are $34 and $35 now at Walmart and GameStop.
Right,
these ones are $10 more.
I know the fans love the cool grays. That
Makes
we
no sense.
Cool grays.
Yeah, when I was getting all of these guys, Tika the Jawa was still $28 down here. I'm like, that's crazy.
Because that's what Target exclusive. So that means that Jawa is $45 or more at Toys R Us in Canada.
Oh my goodness.
Toys R Us carries all the Target exclusives for the past few years. That's crazy.
but it is awesome.
Yeah, Twitter.
So here he is in all
There's
his
certain things
glory,
about Twitter
looking sweet. We
I
got
enjoy.
the little
Like it's a
kind of like
for
fantasy
communicating
barcode
with
in the bottom
people.
that kind of like say he's been issued.
I'm a
to
little
the
better with
twins.
answering messages
Got
on Twitter
battle
than I
damage
think I am
there.
on
We
Facebook.
changed
Like
the inside
Facebook,
color to be kind of like a
crazy man. I
magenta
get so many
colors.
messages from so many
He's
people
awesome.
about so many
We had a
different
fun
things,
time
and
working on this guy.
half of them I don't even know who they are.
Correct me if
So
I'm
it's
wrong, this crimson colorway matches
partly
the
because
other
I run all
crimson
these different
colors
Facebook
that are in
groups
the line.
100%
and stuff.
Match,
So
match,
a lot of
match,
people will
What?
email me to ask,
What?
can I post a
You got
picture?
it.
Of,
Thanks, hit it
I
around.
just don't care, man. I don't have enough time in the day to deal with everyone's
Good
stuff.
coordinating, guys.
Welcome,
toys.
100,000,
Buy our toys.
1,000 ghosts.
So these
Hope you're doing well,
are,
Chris.
yes,
Sorry.
I'm all tongue-tied because of the
So
jinx
this is
now.
another
The
call it
new
Viper
Crimson Bat will also
Patrol
be available
Trooper or
for
something?
pre-order starting today, 5 p.m. Pulse Premium members, 6 p.m. non-Pulse Premium members, and then so the first 5
Yeah,
items
we're not
that
going
we
here
are showing you,
too long,
including
Mark.
barbecue, are
so GeForce.
mainline releases, so available at Hasbro Pulse and wherever you usually purchase your GI Joe classified items. Fabulous. All right.
As
so
a
next up,
fan of
Falcon.
3.75 inch
Ooh,
action figures.
He's looking cool.
What would any G.I. Joe line be without Falcon?
It's true.
How
What
big
would
is
it be?
your vintage
Nothing?
Kenner Star Wars
It
collection?
would be not finished.
Yeah. Well, although to be fair, we're not finished,
still-
and
Did
you
I
know,
lose Mr.
Falcon
GeForce?
is just entering now. There's many more.
Yes.
There's a lot more GI Joe to
We have a
come.
lot to
Yeah,
go. We have a
no,
lot
this
to
is
go.
not the end of the line.
Mark's got some,
So he
some
has his heavy
guesses
blaster
for
and
what
his
kind of
comp
Indiana Jones
backpack
figures
with
we
him.
get
He looks
today.
really cool.
That's
The
what
beret
Chris
is
is mentioning
removable.
too. That's what I care about
His
too. Like,
secondary parts
you know
are
we're gonna get a
full
6-inch
Falcon look,
Indiana
kind of
Jones.
like the overstrap web
Um,
gear.
but are we
Super
gonna
excited
get
to
some
come
retro
He's super excited to be here. He is.
3.75
Look,
Indiana
we're super
Jones?
excited
That's
to
have him.
Give me a second for
that's
the
what I
artwork.
would like to see.
So we have artwork from artist Artokist,
Get
which is
excited.
also gorgeous. This one has
Oh,
a little
look
bit of
at that.
our box art on the front
there
of
you
it
are.
as well to kind of show what that placement is going to be. But I this feels so moody, but also really captures kind
The
of
one Jack
spirit
figure
of
is
the
actually pretty
green,
cool. He's
Yeah.
got a
which I think
couple
is really fabulous. So
cowboy
now,
holsters,
Let's take a look at Falcon in person.
Oh,
a little bit of red
Yeah,
paint
he's looking a little
somewhere.
darker on camera, but the green. is
Have
a
you
little
went
brighter
after
than
the,
that. Just wanna go
Cad
with the
Bane yet?
more Kind of like realistic.
The new
world
one?
Green for the fatigue.
Yeah.
I think it comes.
No,
across
I,
really
I
well
have the
here.
previous one, and I
man, look at all
I
that
quite
stuff,
like
look at
it.
all that gear.
It's interesting. It is showing a lot darker on
The
camera.
new
than in
one,
person.
no,
So
it
it's a
doesn't
little bit-
offer
it's a
enough
lighter-
differences,
a little bit
like
of a lighter
because you know
green
they're
in
still
person,
gonna make
which is
another
something
one,
that you'll
right?
see.
Like,
So the green
Yeah,
in the
because
diorama images
I'm assuming
is
he's not dead.
more of
So
an
same with
accurate
Cobb
depiction
Vanth.
of
Like
the
I
green.
really
You
like
get a
Cobb
little-
Vanth
You
figures.
get a little more pop too.
But they are gonna
He's
make
got
another
the
one, like,
camo
that's
on
half,
there. You can't
you
read
know,
it right now
RoboCop
on
or
the screen,
whatever.
But like I said,
You know
those
it.
Awesome,
It's just the
set
way it's.
photos.
But I look forward to it.
Looking cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the main
Fabulous.
character.
All right.
This is Flint.
So next up,
Flint?
we have
I
Outback.
missed that.
Ooh, take a
Falcon.
look. These
Like-
shots are incredible.
I know
This
some of
is
the
sort of
names.
our classic
Yeah, here's another
Outback.
T-shirt guy.
You know, looking like he's doing some
Outback.
survival, not necessarily in the wilderness, but
He's
you
from
know,
the
he
Outback.
did,
Oi.
just a tiny bit on that arm here. And then we have
Yeah, they said the one guy said
edition
yesterday
of
the
our
first
artwork from
wave
artist Hartley
of the
Combs,
Indiana Jones
which is
figures
looking
are
awesome.
from the
Again,
Raiders of
love
the
that
Lost Ark,
pop of
which is
red
cool. So
color
we
for
kind of
his
know.
hair.
Yeah.
And
But will the
Go
whip
ahead.
be a
I'm so
plastic
sorry. I'm so
silly
sorry.
whip, or will it be a real whip?
What have you done?
I wonder how,
and now our
because like the one you were showing was plastic,
He's
right?
looking awesome in this colorway. We de-aged
With
him.
Dino.
Yeah, the one I have that Hasbro
I
made
don't know what that is,
in
but
the
when somebody finds out,
2008
they
has a
totally
plastic.
market that.
Yep.
Came with two
Look at this
plastic
guy, he's
whips.
looking sweet. The
But the
colors,
vintage
reds are
Kenner
awesome.
one,
Nice
it has like a
wash on
string,
top,
like an
a
actual rope,
base molded color,
which
Tony
is cool.
crushed
So
it.
I hope
Right,
they.
right.
Thank you.
And again, the
trying to think,
arm
any
hair,
other action
I
figures
think
have
the arm hair
whips?
the same
It's
color
weird to
as
ask.
The old arm hair, because that was gray. Now
in
he
my
has
collection,
red.
Beast Man.
Because
Wonder
of
Woman.
consistency.
Oh no, I guess that's just a
Very
rope.
attuned to body hair on the closet.
Yeah, Beast Man.
Beast
Yeah,
Man.
Here's a rope. Yeah,
To the
yeah.
Italian roots, I think.
He has a whip.
It's a weird weapon to
is
have.
looking very, very
Yeah.
cool. An amazing addition to your
Guess no
upcoming
Zorro
collection.
come with a whip.
And so last but not
Oh,
least,
maybe.
for our mainline item releases
I don't
is
think there's any Star
Cover
Wars
Girl.
movies.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Girl.
Oh, it looks so good.
Oh, what,
She came
what,
out
there's
awesome.
She
there's
did.
pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, I need,
There
someone's
we
got indie
go.
pictures.
Cover Girl. And so she is looking great. Then we have
Stag
amazing new
Hasma?
artwork for her. And many apologies to all of the wonderful artists who have done artwork
Hydra?
for us if I'm accidentally butchering your names. But Hedvig Hogman Sut did this beautiful beautiful art for us. So I love this rendition of Cover
It's got
Girl.
some life to it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the
And
figure.
We have our lovely figure.
So here she is in the plastic. I was going to say flesh.
Yep.
But
But that would be weak.
Well, if he has them, he hasn't
Almost
shared them
Yeah.
on
almost
the social
like
media.
that. See here, we did
That I
kind of
can
like
see.
that dark
Is that what you're saying?
auburn color for hair with a wash on top, as well
Tell
as you can
Sags.
see on her data pad, which is kind of a play to the kind of like
Zorro's a
that she had in
character
her
of the
head
whip.
when
The
they were
Shadow.
toy.
Yeah, here we go. Now we're getting all the
She's
whippy
like a
characters.
Wolverine.
The
You can see
Catwoman.
there, so that Tampa is really small.
Catwoman.
Black
Pretty
has many
successful
whips.
in person.
Yeah,
It really
Catwoman.
Black
well.
Cat.
Looks like it's glowing too. Even.
The
It
Black
does
Cat,
look
yeah.
like
Pretty
The
cool.
Phantom.
Power of colors.
Okay.
But yeah,
What about
as you can see,
Darkman?
she has her sidearms,
That's
her
a
hip
different
holster.
character.
She's got her heavy blaster over her shoulder. Of course, her data pad in hand.
Yeah,
And
the Phantom.
we put a
Yeah.
little wrench in there because she's a tank driver and a tank mechanic.
Yeah.
And we want to make a little nod to that. She's a
Cover
mechanic.
girl.
There's also little wrenches. I don't know if you guys can see them on her wristbands. Put a little
Actually, yeah,
wrench
the
details
jacket
I'll
on
show
this
because
G.I. Joe
there's so many
figure
lights
does
in
look
here,
pretty
but when
cool.
you see her hand, you'll see little wrench details on
That's a
her,
hand-painted sample. They did a good job beating it.
glove.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, and her other thigh can holster the data pad as well, so she can carry.
All right, I'm
everything,
glad I highlighted that.
be
Thank you,
fully
Lack.
equipped, always important and classified.
Yeah.
You know, and
All right,
this
I got
one,
another one. I got another one.
I'm just putting in.
Do it.
That's all we do.
You know, it's super fun.
Does She-Hulk?
Cover girl.
Nice.
Grayish
You know,
grayish
and really
She-Hulk.
wanting to, you know,
What do you think of the
bring,
She-Hulk
that,
show?
That beauty of the cover model.
I watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Line, you know,
It's
and
not
then
my
give her
favorite.
the big giant wrench and a, you know,
But it's all right.
What it is, a funny half-hour little
huge.
superhero.
Yeah.
It's getting a little animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we,
I am too.
Some of those wrenches are enormous, but then I think in a toy form it felt.
I think they did a good job of casting with the actors.
One of the things we generally do is
It's cool to see that guy come back as an
and
abomination
swing it
and
at
whatnot.
them at,
Yeah, Tim Roth.
Yeah, he is a-
You know, we go in like a full deep dive. on
You know, he's a clever actor. I do like him. And I think there's a little bit more to him. Like whatever, if he's just sneaking out of his ankle bracelet or whatnot, you know something's up there.
Pre-orders begin
Yeah.
at 5 p.m. for
But I like the
Premium
introduction
members
of,
on
like,
HasbroPulse.com, 6 p.m.
Porcupine
for
Man
non-Pulse
and
premium members. But that's not all. We promise something.
Pig face or whatever. Like I'm like, yeah, that's okay. I like
What day is it? GZP.
some vampire guy.
It's time. It's time for the pre-order.
The bull and the matador are.
I didn't realize. I guess that guy is some kind of weird real thing. He's not just a guy in a costume, like Porcupine Man was a guy in a costume. Right?
Darn it.
in 2020.
They are real characters.
So did you pre-order Serpentor?
And what you'll see is there are multiple
No.
diorama shots for each of these characters.
Has it
that we
gone up for
actually haven't
pre-order yet,
shown
or is
you
that
yet,
like
but
today?
When they actually go up for pre-order this evening, you will be able to see them, and you.
This
they're
evening,
amazing.
they're
There's this
saying, huh?
fabulous shot of the back of.
It looks
the Air
cool. I
Chariot
do
too,
like
that is
it
just
because
so
I
cool,
remember
and
the
I thought that
vintage
this was a
toy, and
really
it
nice kind of
really looks
encapsulated
like it.
the entire
He's-
product
Yeah.
offer, which is so
And the
cool.
soft goods
Totally
cape. I
improbable.
wish they'd do more
Yeah.
soft good capes on
And then,
Star Wars
so
figures.
this box
Yeah, I like this
styling
whole fits.
essentially is the mirror companion, not mirror companion, the
little bit
companion box to our Dr.
extra
Mindbender packaging.
green
But
lightning
our
on her.
artwork on that box is also done by Dave Raposa, which is just
Glorious.
so cool. Tells the story of Serpentor.
I don't think I've ever seen another toy package where the character
Green paint and green eyes.
Yeah.
Look at her.
And what they can do with their hair now too. Like they're getting really good with the hair. I
We're
noticed
really
on
excited
that
and looking at our physical
that
models.
Dark
Let's
Phoenix
take a look
yesterday.
at those models.
Again, it has the wild hair.
Oh, look
The
at him.
sculpt
He's
is just
pretty epic. And
fantastic.
this is our
Oh, who you got?
final sample.
Oh.
Actually, this is what you're
Yeah,
gonna
that
get
Dark
out of
Phoenix.
us. Pretty awesome. With
Phoenix
fabric.
looked great.
We have the.
Is that
full
Crockmaster
chariot.
guy?
I think let's
Oh, no,
take a
that's
look at this
Batman,
chariot.
right?
I think people who saw
Yeah,
the
this is
Comic-Con
the
saw
Dark
when we
Detective
see
Batman.
the full craziness of the chariot.
Why would
The,
we let me do this?
My big old meat
Here, let's
book's gonna
split it up.
cover it, but
Oh, he's got a
the,
T-shirt on too.
blades in the middle. I guess
I've
they
never
call
seen
them,
that one.
The fan will spin. I don't know if you guys can see that. That
Mm.
spins.
He kind of has
the large
a whip.
blasters articulate a bit. and do
type of thing. I don't know what that is.
Now
can be
officially
wielded
Batman
by
has a whip.
pretty much every classified
Okay,
figure,
so-
which is really sweet. And then also
Grappling hook or
the
something.
ammunition comes off as well, which is really cool. So you can change that out. And in the future, we're probably looking at doing other ammunitions that'll fit it as well. So that'll be super fun for us to design.
Have there been?
as we
I haven't
develop
seen
the
any
line
more
as
comments in the
years
chat about the indie figures, but have there been
Um,
any leaks?
Also,
Um,
we go to. I guess
I
go
don't
back. Oh,
think
yes,
so.
let's stick on the.
I had a
the
good
mouth.
look.
Oh, the mouth. That's right. So the mouth opens up.
I didn't get to watch PulseCon yesterday, so I haven't even seen
One of
them.
my favorite toys back in the day.
I watched a bit of the Marvel with
with
Mark. I joined him on his channel,
It's pretty sweet.
and I missed a lot of it, but I went back just to see what they revealed because I shared some links on my
I think we were calling it the
my
vent
Facebook and
blaster.
Put your
whatnot.
hand behind it so that it's.
I don't know, nothing too
There you go.
hook.
Well, your
fancy, like-
Oh, that's right. Oh, boop. There we go.
There we go.
The stream kind of
film. There we
either
go.
lost power or
Model
connection
that for
because
real
right when they
Cobra,
showed
which is
a
super fun to do.
a
I'm
figure
super
I was
into, like,
interested in, it
anatomy
was
and animals, so it was super
a
fun to work
retro
on.
Ghost
And then
Rider
let's go
figure on
chip
a
on
red
the
motorcycle
itself.
right out of the comic books. And
Yeah.
then the stream kind of went dead and got cut off.
I
So
sang on camera.
later on, Mr. Stevie posted a picture of
He came out awesome. We're super
posted a
excited
picture of
about
it as well
I gotta
as
say,
upcoming
when I was
Doctor
working on the
Doom
input,
figure
I was
from the
like,
next
I want
wave. So
scales to
Oh,
really
Dr.
come
Doom,
across,
eh?
And I gotta say,
yeah, I really like the Marvel retros. The 375 ones are
This guy
awesome.
really comes to life.
I like the
And
6-inch on the retro cards too, but again, those are
old
getting to be
school
$40 and up
brass
here in
gold,
Canada,
I guess
and
it
it's
really all reads well, and
a little
that
too much,
catches the
man.
light, and you can see all the scale
because
detail
as
that
an opener,
so
you
much
kind of need
love
two of them.
into. You can see
One to
it
keep
Right.
on the fancy
as well
card
as this
back
is the
and
old
one to
school
crack
cowl
open
that's on
because it's such a
currently.
cool figure.
This is the final finish. There's his staff.
So it's-
What else does he come with? He comes with his other cowl. So
Sometimes
if you
it's
want
tough.
to go a little more modern look, a little more real Cobra look.
What's the
two
client
ones right
have in his
here. I don't know
hand?
if it's on camera or not. We got-
The
and
tracking
we also
fob.
have a swap
Oh, okay, one of those
claw,
fobs. So he
short
comes to the
claw when he's
fob
not attacking,
and the
and the long
Cantono.
claw when he is
Yep.
attacking. He has the
He's got a
And
little
javelin
necklace
that took you guys
metal
a little
that
bit,
comes with
you
him.
guys recall. And then his pet
Is that
Cobra,
molded on, or
which
can
is
it?
pretty
Is
awesome.
it kind of
It has
loose?
a
It can
really
come off
cool
and you can
Greek
put it on
name that I
another figure if
cannot
you
remember
wanted.
now, but I believe it is named after.
It's
Alexander
loose, so you could.
Cool, cool.
So
Mr.
take
T
it
could
off.
wear that.
Dude, I got an idea. I was like,
Yep.
dude, that sounds awesome.
Get
Because I
chewy
know I
metal.
would be doing that.
It's so good, and everybody.
Yeah, I like the
does such a
tracking
good
fob.
job
That's-
on it.
that's
We're
cool
so
to have.
happy to bring it to you guys. Sure.
And
Yeah.
this is our.
He's not bad. He's
Pulse
kind of a
exclusive.
static
This is our
figure
Hasbro
with the
Pulse
trench
exclusive
coat, but
specifically
there they
for
all go.
today. For the
I
weekend, we
do
are
like the static
celebrating, and so
figures.
we
You know,
are-
like I said,
we
the
are
guys
so,
in the
so
T-shirt
excited. So this
or
item will again
even the
launch at
Marvel
5
Legends,
p.m.
like
for
the
Pulse
Stan
Premium members,
Lees and the
6
guys
p.m.
in the
for
generic
non-premium
suit and
members.
tie. Like
But as
you
to
need
note,
those
all
because
convention
you know
items
you
are
can't
limited runs,
you
and
can't have
so
fun
you
custom
really want to
out
make
of
sure that you're
figures
going
like
to get
that.
it. Make sure that you're a premium member. Logging in at 5
Galen
p.m.
comes
because
with
this
the
is
Death
gonna go
Star
fast, and
plans,
this is-
and that's
I mean,
it.
It's absolutely
Yeah, I know.
amazing.
Paul
So,
keeps sharing his pictures on
I'm
Instagram. I love the
very, very
retros.
excited that we finally
So
get
my
to
latest
bring
ones
you
are the
guys
Moon
ability to
Knight.
order
I
this.
got the Moon
I
Knight.
might log in right now and
Yeah.
just wait.
Exactly.
Still looking for the Black Widow and the Spider-Man.
So we are, always running slightly behind in our schedule. So we're gonna kind of wrap up our pre-order wrap up for classified figures. We wanted to show you this awesome group shot. So
That Black
if
Widow?
you get our mainline figures that you saw earlier today, check out
Oh, you
one
got
of
it?
the amazing battle scenes that you
That's
can
the one
see.
you're talking
about?
Full disclosure, those blast effects are
And actually, I
photoshopped
need
in.
Thor, the Green
But
Goblin,
gosh darn
Black
it, don't they
Widow,
look cool,
and
with
the
their-
new
that absolute army of bats that
what
they
did-
have
what did
just
you say?
decimated.
The Outback on the bat.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt, for all of your
Yeah, I
hard
love
work
those.
on
I
these
love those.
figures. They are
I
looking
started
There's
to
a
get
new
two of
spider?
each.
cool.
I started to get two of each of those
anyway,
retros,
that
but I
is
had to
our-
stop.
those are
I'm just getting
classified
one of each and opening them.
Everybody at home, tell me exactly when
They're
those
just-
pre-orders are
it's
going
just
to
too
be
much
launching.
money.
Is it 5 p.m. for Pulse
Because I
Premium
want to
members,
collect them
Hasbro
all.
Pulse
That's
Premium members,
I'm gonna collect
and
them
6
all.
p.m. for non
Clubber.
Hasbro Pulse Premium members?
I'm in the club.
Sure is. Don't forget your artisan.
I logged in.
Yeah, this I command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
You know
So
what else I
the-
command?
the
Let's talk
Hasbro
selfie
stream
series.
today, I
Let's talk
believe,
selfie series,
1
which is
o'clock.
our kind of amazing
Thank you, sir.
new
1
initiative
o'clock,
that we're
or even,
kicking off.
I think
Some
1
of you
o'clock.
may have seen previews of our Hasbro selfie series at San Diego Comic-Con.
Actually, I don't even know what's after G.I. Joe here.
You
Power
to
Rangers?
become a premium 6-inch action figure and kind of take center stage as some of your
Yeah, I don't know the
characters.
schedule.
So we are really excited. They have been
So in
using
the chat, how many of you guys actually
models for the
downloaded
figures, which has
the
been so much
Hasbro
fun,
selfie
guys.
series
So
app
Lenny
and
I actually
you know,
had
took some
little
pictures.
Emily
I
and
saw
little Lenny that we were carrying around the
Eric
whole time.
did,
Little
and
Emily spent some time
you know,
in the
MCU
D&D
Collector.
Galactus
You know, a few of the
queue,
people I follow
which
on
was
social
also
medias. I saw
very
some
fun.
of
So
their
all of the, that
their
was the first
renderings,
day
and some of them
of
looks
Comic-Con.
good, and some of them look silly.
And,
Dave's Dimension, he
anyway,
posted
it was great.
one.
There are pictures of it on the
You know,
internet.
he's
Yep.
just one,
We
as I
have
can
some
understand.
amazing pictures of our selfie figures
it's
for
kind-
us.
everyone's
So
got
let's
kind of
take
got the
a
same
close
shaped
look, and
head,
then we'll
too,
show
it
you what
seems
our
like.
physical models look like as
And that's
well.
not
Ways
true.
of the
Like,
Sith.
Here is
I got a little
Sally.
bit of a point on the top of my
Ooh.
shiny shiny
There I am,
dog.
ready
And
for
not everyone else
Here's
does.
Emily.
I'm special.
Looking great. She got an updated hairstyle.
Ways of the Sith, I
Alright.
think,
Hey.
posted a picture too.
Dave said he
And I'm floating
downloaded
with
the
that.
app
I
and he
think that you
really,
can
really,
totally do
really
in
liked it, and he
real life.
recommends it to everybody.
And
I've seen the thrust kick. It's
No, that's
Just
actually
in
not
case
what he
you
said.
are wondering,
But
and
it's
then
fun to
let's
play.
see.
Like,
In
you
case
know,
you're wondering kind of what this would look like if
now
you dropped
Dave,
yourself
because
into a
you're
diorama.
in the 3D printing, you know,
We are
side
kicking
of the
some
hobby
awesome
kind of
naps.
thing.
All right.
Have you
And
ever
now-
tried? There's several apps where you can do your
Nope, that was
own
me. My bad. All right, perfect. Nope, we're
kind
going,
of
guys.
digital
So,
scan, much
now
like
take a
how
look
you know
at
Gentle
our
Giant
amazing
does.
figures. So
Have you
here's
tried
little
that?
Emily hanging out with her
And then,
crossbow.
you know,
Totally something
3D
I
print
do on a
something?
casual Saturday.
Oh, so they're showing off
And then we have
their
our
figures
Snake
as G.I. Joe
Eyes.
figures.
Yeah.
He looks, his looks like him, but there's no gray in his beard.
So good you can eat it.
They do
Yeah,
have
it doesn't
options
look
for
like
the
him.
follically challenged.
And so, that's actually a great, I'm sorry, not the follically challenged, but wanting
Yeah,
to, in
looks
terms
like
of
an afro,
customization,
just
what the
painted
Silver
brown.
Series look like as an experience for you. So
Yeah.
there's an app that
Look
you
at
can
that, it's
download on your
that
phone,
junk
and then
man.
essentially
Everybody
take a selfie when you
cancel
start
that
up
junk
here, and
man.
They have you rotate your head.
Please go
And
and
then it magically thinks for a couple
cancel
of seconds,
that
and it
junk man
creates a
on his
3D model
YouTube channel.
of your head. So then
Lord
you
have
get
mercy.
to choose your body, you get to choose
Yeah,
your
junk
hair,
man. I'm trying to
you kind
get
of get to decide
YouTube
what you
famous.
are going to embody as
think I
an
saw
action figure, which is
on
I
the
mean,
Twitter
I'll
that
speak for all of
Junkman
us.
was
It's-
going to do
it's really cool.
a Hasbro
I
live
was
stream.
kind of on the fence. I was like,
Um,
is this
not
really
that
something
that's
that
what I'm kinda doing here.
I will
I
enjoy
thought I'd
as a
pull it up.
person? No, guys, this is
But,
really cool.
But you and the squad.
Yeah.
Welcome
You
to
and your
that
quad.
junk
Yeah.
man.
Exactly.
You know what I
Which-
mean?
And cancel that
Which is
junk man.
absolutely amazing. And so I think that that's part of the fun is because we know that
So
as
is there
G.I. Joe
anything
collectors have
that you
these
would
incredible
pre-order
shelf
today
displays
if
and
they announced
amazing
it?
dioramas that they're doing and this great photography. And so this really
I
kind of
have-
allows you, as you saw in these great pictures that Matt was taking, to drop
Nothing's
yourself
struck
into
my
action,
fancy yet.
Which is,
Yeah.
and I think
Um,
that that's one of the coolest things.
As far
to
as
me. And
G.I.
also little
Joe,
voice, it's
I
watching
really
you work
want
now,
a
which is
Cobra
also,
eel,
like, it's
which
pretty
was
fun, not gonna
their
lie.
scuba
Yeah.
diver.
And so,
That's
for
the one I
reason,
want 'em
there
to make.
likely has been a QR code on
But
screen while we've
I'm
been working.
kinda
Scan that
pulling
QR
way
code,
back on
it'll take you to the
pre-orders.
Hasbro Pulse app, to
Same
give you
here.
some
Tired
more
of
I still have
information
pre-orders
about
from
Selfie
2021
series,
Awesome.
which is great. So
Yeah, me
you can
too.
join us in the awesome
from
ranks of
Amazon
having your
and
very
GameStop.
own
It's
G.I. Joe action figure.
it's weird. I did like this Riva like
Fabulous. And we're all
pretty
like
sure I
sitting here
ordered
posing
this
our-
before the Kenobi
I
show
love it.
came
All
out,
right, so
right? Like
ready selfie figures. Oh,
a,
wait.
that's a while ago.
Nice selfie
It's
figures.
just weird. Like, but I get it.
So
It's
next up, we have a couple
it's
of
you know I think
fan
it'll
Q&A
change. It's getting a
questions.
little
So
better. I think we're gonna
let's
start
roll the
seeing
first one of
like
those questions.
today if they announce a line of Indiana Jones figures. I think we will see those in the stores. You know, in the upcoming 6 days or whatever before the Christmas in time for Christmas. Because I
Yeah.
don't think it's anything they would have to keep all secret hush. Spoil a movie because they're from a movie from 1984. So
listening to the community
there's no spoilers there.
directly impacted the
So yeah, I
community.
expect that they're already in production and on a boat and on the way
This
here.
could be
That'll be
wish
cool.
lists and requests,
Yeah.
suggestions.
I
even
saw
constructive
that
criticism.
Funko was getting some stick online for spoiling the
feel
Black
like
Panther
We
suit.
have been really lucky in that we have.
Oh,
really
and Marvel
passionate
Legends has
fans,
some too,
and
don't they?
that you
They put
all
out
our
a
fans
pop
really
or
have to us
something
what
like
they
that
are
that had
hoping
the
and
suit
dreaming
in it.
for in classified series, and I think that we'd be lying
Oh,
if we
which
said
character?
that
Where's the
didn't
suit?
at least impact
Oh,
our
yeah.
choices.
I haven't seen it. I didn't want to go looking because
I haven't either. I saw a picture of a Marvel Legends
to see what completes a collection or what people feel is like gonna,
female
like, really
Iron
enrich,
Man,
like, their
what,
experience
Iron
with G.I.
Maiden.
Joe.
I don't know
So
what her
we're
name
reading
is.
all those comments. We're kind of
I'm not that big of a.
what's the old school term? Scraping.
I may look like a
Yeah,
nerd,
scraping,
but
essentially to be like, what's going to be the next
her
cool
name?
figure to do? So
And I
they
think
Oh,
look
that
Iron
like
Maiden.
also
one. But
one of the things that we really love is storytelling, and so a lot of kind of the character considerations. And
Yeah,
what we're
I'm
doing
quite
next in the line,
surprised when
kind
I
of
first
where
saw
does
it
that
announced.
fall in the story that we're telling.
I had a
and
little bit
how
higher
does that kind
expectations
of
with the Selfie
How does that
series.
enrich the experience
So I am a
of
little
all of our fans? Like,
Yes.
how does that expand your
disappointed.
storytelling
After I saw,
abilities?
One other nice detail that was in that.
well, the
question
first
was
real
constructive
video
criticism.
review I
Oh,
saw
you
was
love that.
Norm
Love
from Tested.
criticism.
I guess he got his face scanned at the San Diego Comic Con, and
We
you
know
know,
we can
Yep.
work on what we
a month
can.
later they
We can
mailed him a
guide you
figure, and
guys,
he revealed
see
it
what
on
you
the
like,
show,
see what you don't like.
and it actually looked
One of the
looked
things I
really
found
good.
is
Like,
with the
yeah.
G.I. Joe
It-
fans,
I
they tend
almost
to want to know more
hate
about.
to say it doesn't look like
the
it's
behind the scenes.
it was made the
process,
same
you know,
way
with
that
this
all
being a
those
Hasbro owned brand, we get a
face
lot of
scans
people
we've seen are.
really tend to
It
ask
doesn't.
a lot
It
of
looks
questions
different.
that are, you
I
know,
could be
like,
wrong.
well, how is this made? What is
It
the
could just be very
process?
well
You know, that
depicted,
dives
and,
a little deeper than than I've had.
So do you think
Enormous.
maybe the scan is just poor quality because of how many people are doing it?
It's
Well,
been
it's
great.
not a
So,
scan.
amazing question.
They're
Thank
actually
you
just
so much.
taking-
And On to
I
our
think
next
5
Picture.
pictures of the
Hello
front and
to
side
the
of your
awesome
head,
G.I. Joe
not
brand
the
team
back of
and
your
everybody
head,
watching
not
at
like the
PulseCon.
top.
I am Chris McLeod,
So it's
aka
not photogrammetry.
from
It's
the
actually
Full Force podcast.
it's
And I
just
would like to
utilizing
ask,
the
with
digital
the incredible
face
success
tech
that G.I.
print
Joe Classified has
to
had with
print
this
if
tank
you got blue
campaign.
eyes or
Congratulations, by the way.
Right.
Do you see an opportunity
fancy. I
for
don't know.
slightly
It's
smaller mid-range
it's
vehicles
really
to
cool.
see release
They're
online
using
or
the
at
best
retail
type
in
of
the
3D
near
printing that's
future?
available.
Thanks for answering my question.
Ironheart,
Great
that's her name.
PulseCon, and of
Excuse me for
course, Full
my
Force.
unnerdliness.
That's awesome.
So I
I
believe
think,
she's
you know,
somebody's
it's our
daughter,
kind of
if I'm
personal
not correct.
policy that we
if
do
I'm
not
not mistaken.
necessarily discuss
I
upcoming
think
things in the line. But I
she
think that
Monica.
we
Oh
would
wait,
all be
who
a
am I
little
thinking of?
bit.
It would be remiss not to make.
No, I was thinking
Yes.
of Monica Rambeau's daughter.
The success of
Oh,
the His
that's
Tank campaign has
maybe
really
I think that
shown
might be it.
how much fan enthusiasm there are for vehicles.
She was Captain
And so
Marvel, wasn't
I
she?
certainly would not rule out the addition of some smaller scale,
Well,
something
there's
between a motorcycle and
three
a His
Marvel,
Tank
not Miss Marvels
for
now
a
or
vehicle
whatever right now,
offering
right?
coming out in the line, especially
Mhm.
as you can see with our vintage products spread out in front of
There's
us.
the
so
white
much of
one,
the G.I. Joe line
the black
has
one,
really
and
been vehicles.
Yeah, I think a big part
Aboriginal
of our
one.
job that we don't really talk about a lot because it's not.
All right, so I did open his Lando skip
there's a lot
there
of
because I
R&D
didn't.
that goes in to see what we can and cannot.
I didn't
do.
pre-order
So
the
we're
archive
always
one
doing
because I
that,
thought this one had
not
one
to
of the
use
best
industry
faces
terms,
that
we're like seeing like what is
has
feasible
was made yet.
to
To
make,
be honest,
so that we can get it into the line and actually expand the universe because we really are trying to make a world of GI Joe.
You open
so
the red
we're
box
always
one?
kind of like
Yeah.
studying and doing design
Cool.
boards and concepts of like what else can we
Yeah,
get into this line
faces.
besides just action figures.
Which is, I mean,
yeah, a
fantastic.
little bit
And
of.
really,
It's kinda
not a
pissed.
super long answer from us, but
Good,
again, the
man,
voice
like,
in my ear
see what I
saying,
mean?
"Hey
Like
guys,
that
you're
hairstyle,
like
it's
really
just-
over time for your
That's
panel.
as
Really like to
specific
talk or something," which
to this character.
Yeah.
Like
we do.
it's not just a random,
So,
you know,
so at this point, we
35-year-old
will
black
say
dude's hairstyle.
thank
It's
you so
actually
much
Billy
to our
D.
friend
Williams'
Corey for
hairstyle.
joining us
It's
today. We
No
really,
problem.
in
really
the face.
appreciate it.
It's, you know,
And we
the
wanted to just kind of
mustache.
do a quick
It's
little
not just
segue.
painted,
I
it's
had the
actually
privilege to
sculpted
go
on
and
there. So
actually
all those
interview
details add
Sergeant
up.
Slaughter a couple of
That's
weeks
actually really
ago.
good.
Yeah.
And so we have our full-length interview
Yeah,
with
it
Sarge
is.
that will be available as video-on-demand content. But we wanted to do a quick kind of little preview of our interview.
So how
here.
many
And so
Hellblazers
check
did you
it out.
order?
Take it away past Emily.
I didn't order
Hello,
any of those.
everyone from PulseCon. I am so
Dude,
excited
I think it is
to
cool.
be joined by the one, the only.
I think it's
Sergeant
like
Slaughter.
it's 150
Sarge, thank
American
you
cool.
so much for hanging out with us today.
Even
We
if it didn't come with any
appreciate it.
figures,
And for
it
those
would
of
be a
you at
cool
home, we're going to ask
freaking
Sarge some
car to
amazing
take
questions
pictures with.
about his time
I'll
on
tell you
G.I.
that.
Joe.
Like,
Yeah,
Talk about
for
your
sure.
figure.
Even if you didn't include any of the flame effects and just had it as a
Fabulous. All right,
charger or
to get
whatever, you
started,
know,
you
it
are
would be
really
cool.
an iconic
without a doubt,
character
like
and
with the
personality
flame
as part of
effects
the G.I. Joe
though
universe.
are pretty
Not too many
badass. I'm not
real-life
gonna lie,
humans
like
got
that's
to make it into G.I. Joe. So
that's
tell us kind of
50% of what makes that toy so cool is that it actually has those flame effects and those switch out orange tires. Yeah, that's pretty badass, and I'm surprised other toys haven't had that in the past. Because like, you know, clear plastic, you know, in an orangey kind of tone is not a new thing. It's just that it's utilizing it more.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I think 150, 200 probably all they should be asking for that vehicle.
And Sergeant Slaughter, and of course all the other characters in the line.
Any relation?
Just to be involved in it, it goes with me everywhere I go, no matter if I'm.
How old is Sergeant Slaughter now? He's got to be 75.
Yeah, he's definitely in his 70s. He does look very good for his age. He's taking good care of himself, I think.
Like I do here.
This isn't your everyday outfit.
I am not I'm a left coast graphics
And
show.
when you hear recognized and you hear a Yo Joe, that's Sergeant Slaughter, G.I. Joe. It's really.
They should just make a Lando series of action figures,
Well, there's
and
so
then
many.
they can all, you know,
I
we can see which one would peg one.
Make a Lando series and
meeting the veterans.
Or yeah, I could build a Lando.
Meeting the children in hospitals.
We still don't have Lando from
helping,
The Force Awakens or
some
the
people
sequels.
get through
He had a
their-
cool little costume in
their
that movie.
bad times in their lives.
Another,
On their way over
actually
to-
another kind of bounty
to
hunter
pick me up at
kind
the
of character
airport.
he was dressed up as, like another disguise, I guess.
Wow! Oh, that's
Heard
awesome.
them, and they said, We just can't wait.
5,400 backers, man. So they're literally stuck at the halfway point.
Live looking.
But
Yeah,
I've
they can
seen
get-
a post that
Very realistic.
GameStop Australia or EB Games Australia is now taking pre-orders for it. So that means that they're probably
Thank
gonna
you so much to Sarge. I
made
had
a deal to
really
buy,
wonderful
you know,
day.
100
We
of them
drove
or
down to
something.
New Jersey, went on an adventure, got to hang out
But
with Sarge.
I don't know.
And so thank you
It
again
doesn't
to
make
Sarge.
sense if Hasbro
And
does
Sergeant
that, but
Slaughter classified
because I
series
think the
figure
price
is
tag was
currently, we did
more
basically
than
another release of
$1,000
them
Australian.
available for pre-order
Yeah,
on
that's
Hasbro
what I
right
was
now.
gonna say. I
It's
saw it
available
over
now. You may be
1,000.
wondering, okay,
Freaking
so
insane,
there's a
man. Like that
new
has to be
brand
more
thing
than some
happening. We
people's,
have a new friend.
you know,
Hey, Pete,
rent
you
and
want to
mortgage
introduce
and
yourself to everybody
Right.
at home?
salaries. Like,
from the Nerf
not
team.
everybody
Go by
makes,
he, him.
you know,
And I am so
$2,000 a week
starstruck right now to be following
or every
Sergeant
2
Slaughter.
weeks.
Nobody told me that was happening.
Land
No,
building
I
splitter.
So I need to collect myself a little bit. But first of all, you know, I just want to say it's such an honor to be here with you guys. You guys do this
Dude,
right.
man,
I've always wanted to be in a panel with you all, so I appreciate you guys
2000
having me.
and what,
Appreciate you guys
18
having me.
they announced the Lando
Lenny,
series?
You and I go way back.
Yeah, my dude.
It's been a little while.
But I'm excited to finally launch a product.
I really hope they go through
So
that. I
speaking
really
of
hope they
going
go
way
through with
back,
everything that
right,
they've
40
ever
years, I think, to be exact.
threatened to make.
G.I.
Because
Joe, real American hero.
the more
Happy
Star Wars
anniversary, guys.
content, the better. if you
We've
ask
been
me.
celebrating it the whole year, and we're going to keep
Okay,
celebrating
so I have
it
one
with
more
something
offering here.
new.
Yeah, so when
Okay.
we came into this year, we knew we had to do right by the Joe Real American Hero anniversary.
beard
so
lives
I am
matter.
so excited and honored as someone who grew up in the 80s, watching the cartoon. I'm so excited.
We know
Sergeant Slaughter,
Hasbro
oh my God, I'm
can
so excited to share
sculpt and
the
manufacture
Nerf
action
Limited
figures
G.I.
with
Joe
beards.
collab. We're calling it
It
the
is
G.I.
possible.
40. And we have
Just take a generic beard of one of your existing figures and allow your customer
Right, so what we did a little bit
do
different.
it.
So we took actually a Nerf
Right.
icon. So what this
even
is,
if it's a
the
glue-on
icon,
feature.
right? Super cool Nerf item.
Oh, this is
Trying
great.
to find my bearded
In a
figures.
really unique way.
Oh, we got
So a
G.I.
really
Joe
cool
Nerf now.
Premium deco application where you see obviously some iconography, the Joe logo, packaging inspiration, and just different icons.
Looks
from
just like the
from
G.I. Joe
internet,
weapon.
Right, so you know we're in love with this item, really love it.
That's
But we
not all.
want to do something a little bit different right, for the anniversary, right? So you can't really talk about Joe without talking about their nemesis, Cobra. So on the other side of the block,
Double-sided blaster. That's new.
so you have Cobra.
That's
Cobra
something
logo,
different.
You have the snakeskin deco. What did you call it?
A reticulated python pattern.
Oh, yeah. Pattern. So we're really excited about this. I'm actually going to hand it down to Lenny. Live show, and I did bring a stand.
thing is
We didn't
rad.
just stop with
Very
the two-sided
old.
blaster.
Yeah,
We
that's
actually
weird.
did the same thing on packaging. So we have this really
Nice.
great G.I. Joe 40th anniversary.
That's nice. He's got these
Double-sided
wrist straps
packaging,
too. I
Joe
never
on one
noticed those in the
side,
package.
Cobra on the other.
It's
sweet.
only Hulk
Right.
has.
I didn't think.
Which one is facing camera? You got Duke. You got
Yeah,
Cobra
you know,
Commander.
denim jeans,
So
he's
this
got blue
really is an
jeans.
all-in-one packaging and display solution.
Nice.
Right? This will look good in your
I
toy
love the-
room, your
the
game room,
beefy
your living
figures
room.
like
if
this.
it's
Yeah.
jam.
Yeah,
So
the
love
paint
this
looks
thing.
really
I don't
good
know,
too.
what
I
do
like
you
it.
guys think?
I love the blast.
I can dig it.
The old vintage card back, dude. That is.
It's super cool.
Yeah, I got
And
the
love that it's kind of echoed on both sides,
Diamond
too,
Select or
regardless
Marvel
of
Select
the
Hulk.
Cobra or the Joe. You get
Yeah, the
Yeah.
newest
those
one with the
amazing
robot face.
vintage vibes from this, which is it's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah,
The Immortal.
that's like
Got
the
a lot of
one
iconography from different elements
kind
of
of
the brand.
newer Hulk I don't
Brings it
have
to
yet.
life.
I
And
just
don't
I
know how
haven't been
much-
to a store
how
that's
we got
had
this
one.
much deco on here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I had to order them.
More behind the scenes content coming from
Yeah.
Oh, EB Games out there in the down under.
You have
It's
another
called
extra
Zing.
surprise that comes with this too,
So
right?
first, a couple
Zing.
things about the
Zing,
blaster itself.
zinger.
So
I
this
call
is
that
a
something
fully
else.
motorized. It's a 10-dart clip. It's one of our highest rate of fires in Nerf. Super cool item.
Black Vision.
$79.99. It's launching when, Emily? Tonight? Today?
Tonight at 5 p.m. For 5 p.m. Eastern Time for
What's
Pulse
Star Trek
Premium
Nerf?
members,
Is there
6
like
p.m.
a
for
phaser?
non-Pulse Premium members. Nailing it.
Skills lives matters.
So,
No,
wait,
beard
there's
lives
more.
matter.
there's more. So when you get the item, it's going to come packed out with a super cool sleeve, right? Character forward sleeve, right? So
very
we can
cool.
get
Star Trek
all
Nerf.
our legals and different things on it. But of course, that's not why I'm showing you this. So with each one of these, you're going to get an
Put the comic books
exclusive alternate art version of the 300th issue of the comic.
Oh, that's
Right?
cool.
Yeah.
Right? And the front cover is inspired.
What else you
by-
got going on this weekend, G-Force?
Also inspired by the first issue.
Nothing much. I'm trying to lay low. I got to go out of town for work next week, so
exclusive to Hasbro
Like driving?
Plus. So if you want this pre-order,
What's that?
we only made
Driving
a number
out
of
of
these
town?
things. So we're super excited
yeah,
about it.
it's only
Comment
an hour
on the
away,
blaster. I'm
but
so happy to work in this
So,
item.
like,
I'm
oh,
so happy to be here with the Joe
The
fans
storms
to
aren't
reveal it. So
affecting
thank
where you got to
guys so
go or
much.
nothing.
And I think having a variant comic book cover is
It
really
shouldn't
nice
have
and
there. I
on-point
mean,
for what
hopefully
is
not.
most of
otherwise
what
an
we had in
already
central
extremely
North
full
Carolina was like trees and limbs and stuff down,
This is
knocking out power.
Limited GI-40.
So you know
So
what?
we didn't get all the
That's where you
flooding.
are. You're South Carolina?
We actually
North Carolina.
had the
You're North
opportunity,
Carolina.
Michael Kelly,
So
from our
for-
licensing team, had an opportunity to sit down with Larry Hama and talk.
I'm not gonna say you don't have mountains. You do have like mountainous hills of some kind, right?
So
and
let's
and
roll a
and
clip
Oh,
of
yeah.
that. We will
and
have the
forest,
extended interview will be
foresty,
available on
wooded
video on
areas.
demand, but let's take a
Yep.
sneak peek.
In the western part of the state, it's all mountains.
What is there? Lots of
Hi,
farming.
everybody, and welcome
Farming
to
type
Pulse
land?
A
Music
lot of
Where you are?
farms.
Too.
Yep.
Thanks for
A lot of
joining us
rural
today.
areas.
I'm with a man
Okay,
who
okay.
really
I've
needs
never
no
been. That's why
introduction,
I'm always
but,
curious
Larry
for
Hama
places.
is here, the legend
I've never
himself.
been. I've never been
Writer
to in
of
America,
G.I. Joe,
and
a
that
real
you don't
American
see a
hero
lot of
since
whether it's
1982,
you know,
and
movies or,
remarkably coming up on
famous
YouTube
TV shows like
300,
the '70s
quite a
show. It was
milestone in the
filmed
comic
in
book world, to say
Wisconsin,
the
so I know
least.
like they make cheese and beer there.
If you're
Yeah,
really
I wouldn't know
into
that
the
if I didn't watch the '70s show.
You're totally willing to suspend.
For
One of my
movies,
favorite
they
shows
and, you know,
of all
that-
time as well.
for movies they mostly film in like the coastal areas, like the Outer Banks or Wilmington, places like that.
There was one
Is there lots of filming going on there?
They've shot a few movies. I know the most famous one, probably The Notebook, was shot primarily all in the Outer Banks.
I know Georgia gets a lot more
But that
uh,
issue
filming
came out.
TV and movies there because they're one of the states that offer the big, a big tax break, much like Vancouver here in British Columbia and even Toronto in Ontario. They offer good tax breaks for the people in the TV and film industry to come film there. Not only because we do have the studios and all the staff, like the people that work in that trade. There's already people that live here, so they don't have to bring all these different tradespeople from America to come work here. It's pretty neat, and it's growing in other smaller communities too, within Canada for the same type of reason. Like there is employees there that know how to do, whether it's hair and makeup skills, the electricians, the stagecraft people. There's a lot of trades involved.
This might be
Not just actors and people with cameras, right?
It's based on the way that you.
I've done some props and stuff. Like I've helped build
build
some stuff in my sign industry and art industry for people to use in movies, and it's very interesting. There's a couple of businesses here in Vancouver that are like sign and design business where they cater exclusively to the movie industry. So like they'll dress a police car or make a mailbox look like it's from the United States, or change the signs on a business so it it looks like another business. And that's what I loved about
I had a feeling that
Back
was
to the
gonna
Future.
be the answer,
How they used that same
I
set
might just get
at
the
Universal
big moment,
Studios
but, clearly not.
to film the movie over like a 20,
I
30 years
literally
period of
just do
time. They made it look like it was the
story
50s.
by story.
They made it look like it was 1985, and they made it look like it was in 2008 kind of thing. So I love that stuff, and I loved visiting Universal Studios in I think 86, 85.
And it's pretty cool that they can change the year based on the signage. You know what I mean? You put an old Pennzoil sign up, and it's
there's no better
Yeah,
feeling
no,
than that, sitting there
some of the
and
best
having that aha moment.
cinematic
Where
experience of my
all
life
sorts
were
of
going to see the Back to the Future movies
comes
in the theater. I
together
love
and you
them.
go, oh wait, this is like
So this guy, he's one of the original comic artists for G.I. Joe, is he not?
But this is working out pretty
Or-
nicely.
I didn't see his name, but Runger or something like that.
Thank you so much, Michael,
just
and
recognize
the
him.
amazing Larry Hama for that awesome interview.
Larry
Make sure you
Hama.
go check out
Oh.
the
Welcome,
entire
Jibber
interview
Jabber.
on video on demand. We're
Don't
wrapping
give
things
Jibber
up, but just
Jabber
wanted
any
to point
Jibber
out, we saw a
Jabber,
couple of
please.
notes in the comments. Note that this version of the blaster has some prototype markings on it. Yours will not.
So
come
it
with
seems like
Sharpie
they're
writing
talking
on
G.I.
it,
Joe,
just in
like,
case you're
for
curious about that.
many
And then
many
the colorway
minutes.
pattern on this.
And
And the blaster
Indiana
that Pete
Jones is
holding
15
looks a little bit
minutes.
different. The blaster that Pete is
And I
holding
bet you
15?
or like a
These are
Nerf
both
whip
prototypes.
or
The
something.
one in the box is just a little bit older. And then the correct
What can you do with
deco
Nerf with
will
Indiana
be
Jones?
reflected on the images that will be going up for
A
pre-order
Nerf
tonight.
Luger.
which we will
No, you
also
can't do
run
that.
through.
Yeah,
all
his
over again.
little
Okay,
revolver.
perfect. So now that we got that out of the way, thank you people in the comments
Whip.
for noting that. You're always so helpful.
But yeah, you know what? There
That
have
was
I know
actually
Hasbro's
was
made
helpful.
toy
So
whips
just as a
for
quick
Indiana
recap,
Jones.
we went over a lot of stuff today. So
It's
new
weird,
character
but
only
I
reveals
bet you they do it
are
again.
Snow Serpents, Buzzer.
Like it
and
actually
female
has
Cobra
like a little
Troopers.
electronic
Awesome.
sound, like
We did render reveals for.
so
I
the
don't have
kids
notes on
don't
this. I'm
actually
just doing
have
off the
to
top
whip
of my head. We
their
did
sisters with them or
Bazooka
their
and
siblings.
Shipwreck and Rock and
There's
Roll
no
and
fun in that.
Torpedo and Copperhead. Nailed it. And then we launched pre-orders for our mainline items, Marauder's Barbecue.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a dodgeball.
Crimson Bat. We did Falcon.
But yeah,
We
for figures we want
did
to see Indiana Jones.
Cobra
I want
Girl,
to see the
and
German
we
mechanic
did-
who gets
I went out of order.
sushi chopped
Crimson Bat.
by the
Cobra
airplane
Girl,
propeller.
Falcon, Barbecue.
I would like to see
Outback.
that
Outback.
top guy, the guy that does his little salute, melts his hand with the
So those are our
the
mainline
pendant
items,
thing.
and then we have our PulseCon
and his
exclusive
you know
Serpent toy that will be
spoofed glasses, just
and our
basically the
G.I.
same
Joe
figures they
40th
made
anniversary Nerf blaster
in the
with
Kenner figures.
exclusive variant
Make
issue
those
of our
in
300th
6-inch,
edition comic book.
and
remember,
of course
for
make
those
them
of
in
you-
retro
oh, and our selfie
375,
series
and
stickers, guys, our
you'll make
selfie series
everybody
are
happy.
beautiful. You
Everybody
want to make
that's
sure that you get your own
older
Afro
than
selfie
35
series
years
figures.
old,
So
I think.
remember, pre-orders launching
What about
today,
Sean
so
Connery
5
and Short
p.m.
Round?
for Hasbro
Absolutely,
Plus
because
Premium members,
now
6 p.m. for
what they're
non-premium
open to
members,
do
and
now,
with
okay, this year we
that, we'll
release
just pull out our vintage
here's a
G.I.
wave
Joe
of 5 or 6
walkie-talkie.
figures from
Hey,
Indiana
you,
Jones,
we are
Raiders of the Lost
over
Ark.
and out for the end
And
of
then
the
next
G.I.
year,
Joe panel. You want to do a
here's
Yo
Temple
Joe
of Doom.
1-3 for Cleo?
And
Yep.
here's Crystal Skull.
Yes.
And then you get
I wasn't gonna give you
Mutt
a
and
joke.
Sean
Thank you. All
Connery
right.
and
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Why not?
Yo,
and that female German soldier with all the W's. The W's. She's a fantastic character. Like, I want that action figure.
So much.
I know they made
That
her in
was sick.
the
G.I. Joe
2008
delivering
line.
Once more, mission accomplished. Let me tell you something. When I saw Torpedo, and I saw the colorway of his wetsuit.
Yeah, man.
Love that. And then big
Dr.
Copperhead. Did you see the
Jones.
intensity
Dr. Jones,
in
Dr.
Copperhead's
Jones.
eyes? The small details even.
So let's just see who's going on next year. I don't want to take up everyone's time. So G-Force, I was starting to ask you this before. Let me
Then the Nerf gun comic book. Yo, the classified series got highlighted. Of course, the Nerf and G.I. Joe collab. The Sergeant
you still hear
Slaughter
that?
interview is going to be on
Yep.
video on demand, so make sure you guys check that out. And
I like to ask this to all the guests I bring on to this show. Who is your favorite vintage Kenner Star Wars figure, and why is it Hammerhead?
Hammerhead's up there. I'm trying to think of the one that I probably played with the most was probably Han Solo. But as far as characters go, I love the aliens. So Walrus Man, Hammerhead, Snaggletooth, they all got Greedo. They all got tons of time with me.
I agree. I think I got the most play value out of my Cantina aliens. You know, speaking of Cantina aliens, Hammerhead, you know, Walrus Man, Greedo, the 3 most colorful action figures ever made. And then, of course, you got Snaggletooth and the blue Snaggletooth. So all are available as action figure pins right now in my store below. Thank you. But yeah, no, Han Solo is a good answer. Han Solo was the one that I believe had the most. He probably would have been like my loosest figure, him and Chewbacca, because they got so much play as being the heroes and putting them in and out of the yeah, exactly. Putting them in and out of the spaceships. So Luke X-Wing, I remember he always had all the paint rubbed off his backside because you're putting them in and out of the X-Wing. Or I really wish I had more of the vintage Indiana Jones toys, because it wasn't a line I really got into as a kid in the mid 80s. I was kind of getting out of the toys, but now I kind of want them again. I'm getting that itch. I've got two vintage indie figures, and there's only like 14 of them. There's not like a whole bunch, so it's doable. So I think
are you going for Lucy's or?
Yeah, I'm okay with Lucy's because I don't need to spend, I don't.
Yeah,
money on
because cards get expensive in that range.
Unless, I decide to sell off something in order to buy I would like a carded Indiana Jones figure, but I know I'm paying $300 to $2,000, whatever someone's willing to pay. But I know it's a little harder to find. They didn't produce 3 billion of them like they did with Hammerhead and Luke and Darth Vader. Like, they made lots of those figures. Yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. You got any videos coming out this weekend? They still uploading?
I did film the Target run I just did, so it's just a one store thing. I put one out yesterday. That was 3 stores, but I'm just going to pop this one up quick.
Yeah, it's nice. I like watching the Americans when they hit their Targets and Walmarts, because if you show like 100 different toys, 50 of them are not even available in Canada. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, whole lines of action figures you have. Like, you have a section of this brand. We don't even have that. Like, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, the Origins line, we get like every 3rd wave, it seems, in Walmart. Like, they skip waves, and they only get 1 box. And then I see you guys go to Target, and they got like 42 pegs of Skeletors and He-Mans, and on clearance, and Mr. T's and Hulk Hogan's. I haven't seen those Mr. T's or Hulk Hogan's anywhere. Like, and you guys, they're starting to go on clearance in the States. It's weird. They all come from the same place. They should be the same price. Oh, you got them. You got both the Hogans?
Yeah.
2 different T-shirts and hairstyles, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're good around here. I've watched all the reviews on them. Yeah, I can appreciate those. The Ultimates.
They're good figs. I can get up to them.
And you got the Mr. T one? Oh, yeah, you did.
There's Mr. T. And the glare is killing me with Hogan. And the yellow.
Oh, how good is the Stone Cold Ultimate?
He's pretty good.
Like, would you say it's the best Stone Cold figure there is?
He's the best one I've seen.
Okay.
So
I'd go on a limb and say Stone Cold would be my all-time favorite wrestler.
We got that John Nada and that John Nada. So represent Piper.
Like the retros.
But yeah, it's
Did you
running
get
out of room.
Those more recent retros? The couple 4-packs they made?
I did not. I almost pulled the trigger when Fabulous Disaster was selling his, because he had Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Bret Hart. I'm a huge Bret Hart fan. I still think Stone Cold had a little bit more impact in my life, if that's a thing. Yep. Not that he had an impact in my life. I don't shave my head because of Stone Cold, but I mean, he might have made me feel a little more comfortable going up in public as a I shaved my head when I was 20 years old, so I've been bald a long time. And when 30 years ago, I can't believe that's 30 years ago. People that were bald and had a goatee, kind of like Stone Cold did. It was the kind of beard style I had when I was a young man. Kind of got looked at funny. Like, the grandmas would look at you differently. Like, not that I had tattoos or leather jackets with rips. Like,
but they still kind of looked at you in that vein, like, oh, this guy's trouble.
Now it's trendy.
Yeah,
trendy. Then people will shave their head, but those people, their hair grows back. Shame on them. So the Star Wars guys, I believe, are going live within 15, 20 minutes or so. Cool. I could be wrong, but I appreciate having you on, buddy. Are we gonna break the internet today and allow me to say your name?
Yeah, you can say my name. Everybody knows it.
All right, Mark, you're a very much appreciated member of our community within YouTube and the social media. So thank you for joining me today. I know I just asked you yesterday if you would, but you're always welcome to join me whenever we're talking, Andor or toys or whatever. I'm not a big streamer, but I do want to kind of put something out there every week that has something to do with toys or my artwork.
For sure.
So I appreciate you coming and joining me today and opening some figures. You crazy boxer, you.
And likewise, I mean, you are a very valuable member in this community, because I mean, the amount of help you give people with your art and stuff like that, the amount of giveaways you do, the pins.
Okay,
that
I
you
can't leave
create-
without doing a giveaway. So I'm gonna give away the two. Actually, I'm gonna give away these guys because I have them. I'm gonna give away a hand and Chewy. G-Force, you're gonna get a hand and Chewy for being my guest today.
Get out of town.
After that, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So I would like you guys in the chat who are still here. There's still 20 of you here. You want to win a free hand and Chewy pin? I would like
Don't
you
get
to
quiet
comment.
on us now, guys.
I would like you to comment on my latest Instagram post with the hashtag prize. How's that? Hashtag prize on my latest Left Coast Graphics Instagram post. If you're not on Instagram, then I'm sorry. Sorry. Get on
Sign up
Instagram. But so thanks everyone for joining us today. Hashtag prize on my latest Instagram post. And later today, I'm going to give away a prize. So thanks everyone for coming out. I'm going to leave with a little bit of this.
Very cool.
That's not the one. Here we go. Cheers, everybody.